Welcome back, everyone! This is Jarenitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode. Wow, the lasers look different now. Today we are starting on episode 75. I've just gotten loaded up and I'm looking around. I wonder if they're supposed to. No, yeah, these all look different too. I just updated to the newest version of the pack. I believe it's 1.5 and or 1.51 or 152, whatever it's currently on. This is being recorded on July 4th evening, by the way, and happy July 4th to those it applies to. So whatever is available at this point, I think it's just 1.5. Anyway, a couple things have happened. For starters, the lasers look different apparently, along with the integration table and the assembly table. If you are updating this version of the pack, when you do so, please keep in mind things that I've noticed have changed. For starters, the sigil of holding is now empty. All of my sigils have been stolen from me. But now if you shift right click, you can choose what sigils go in what place. The problem with that is, it used to be that you shift right click to change sigils. Apparently now you shift and roll the mouse wheel and that will move from sigil to sigil instead. I really wasn't using much in the way of those other sigils anyway, so I'm just not going to worry about it. And I can always just remake them later. So sigil of holding, you know what? You can just go away. Okay, other things. When I updated the pack, it had deleted all of my channels on my dimensional transceiver. So I had to go back in, add this back, and start everything back over again because everything was completely offline. Just so you guys know. Alright, the dimensional transceiver here, my AE system was completely offline, my tree farm was completely offline, everything was completely offline because, like I said, these channels were all changed. Alright, so just wanted to let you guys know that as well. I haven't noticed any other amazing changes, or if I have, I've forgotten them, so let's just go ahead and get moving with today's episode. Today, we are going to be going back to Thaumcraft. Okay, so today, actually, one of the things I'm going to need is my Staff of Traveling. So, let's see, research it is. Booyah! Hello, research area. I haven't seen you in a very long time. But it's okay, I've returned to you now. So, today we're going to do something very special. Something that I think is going to be very interesting. We are going to capture our Hungry Node. Now, according to this, I need 6 Orm and 3 more of the, whatever that stupid thing is called. I can never remember it. I think it's like Permutatio? Permutat? Holy crap, I did remember. So, anyway, let's go ahead and create ourselves a couple more of those. And therefore, we can buy the Node in the Jar research. Now, keep in mind, I know it's been a while since I've done any Thaumcraft stuff. I have set the config in the file to make it so that all research is just purchasable because I hate the minigame now. I've done it enough times that I hate it, and now I can just buy the stuff. So, keep that in mind. Alright, so this is teaching me how to put a node into a jar. Okay, that's all wonderful, but we're not actually going to use that information. It's good to know, and we're going to technically use it, but we're also not going to use it. So let's see, what is my current wand charge at? I did finish charging it. Excellent. God knows I was working on charging it a long time ago. Alright, so here's the deal. We are going to go ahead and go out and check on our Hungry Node and see how big it has gotten. No. That. Thank you. Wow, that's pretty big. Alrighty, we are currently at... Looks like our lowest one is 450 for air. Yep, 450 is our lowest one for air, and that's still an amazingly good number. So we need to be able to get this thing out of here without it being a problem. Now, keep in mind that this is a Hungry Node, and Hungry Nodes eat everything around them. Okay, we've been feeding it crafting tables to make it grow larger, and that's great. But if we want to make it useful, we need to somehow capture it and energize it. Well, stabilize and then energize. Okay, for that we're going to need to learn about this, the node stabilizer. Okay, and we're going to do that. But we have to do something about this node first, and it's going to take a little bit of time, so we're going to do that part to start out with. So we need to leave and go back to base. So now that we're back here at base, we can actually go over here. I went ahead and bought some more of my, well, not bought, but combined some more aspects. And now we have the ability to buy this, the node stabilizer. Now, when we bought the node stabilizer, it unlocked the advanced node stabilizer, the wand recharge pedestal, and the harnessing V's option here. And we're going to get into that as well. Now, the reason I stopped here is because I wanted to show you guys this. I hadn't explained these things at all before now, so I figured I should. The node stabilizer is used to put underneath a node, and it basically puts the node in a protective bubble. Okay, and it stops things from interacting with it, like other nodes, and also will stop a hungry node from devouring things. The only problem with that is that typically the hungry node will eat the stabilizer before it can actually do any good. Okay, so you have to make a stack of these things and constantly replace them underneath the node and hope it doesn't eat them quick enough to actually stop it from stabilizing. I don't want to do that. That's a hassle, and I don't want to have a hassle. So instead, what we're going to do, now that the node has grown big enough, we're going to stop it from being hungry. Okay, now it's not an easy thing to do. Well, actually, it's not going to be too hard either. But what we need to do is we need to find a taint biome and find ourselves a tainted node. So I'm going to take 5. I'm going to take however long it takes, and I'm going to go look for a tainted biome. Be right back. Okay, wow. It kind of turns out that there's not a tainted biome nearby. And when I say nearby, I mean within 5,000 blocks in pretty much any direction. Well, it wasn't quite 5,000, more like about 3,000. But, you know, I just spent a long time looking, and I don't want to look anymore. So instead, we are going to build one, because we have Mistcraft, and I know how to use it. So we're going to... Ooh. Collation folder? Okay, I guess our notebooks are gone. I guess Mistcraft updated. Alright, well, let's take a look and see what it takes to make a folder. Oh, that's simple. Let's make ourselves a folder, because why not? Oh. It must have changed my notebooks into folders. Well, of course it changed my notebooks into folders. We already saw that in the writing desk. So that's handy. Okay, cool. So let me grab some paper here. Ooh, and a couple link panels, because, yeah, safety. Alright, so let's see. We are going to want to create ourselves a tainted biome. And hopefully I'll have... Oh, sweet. Cool. Alright, so I've got the tainted land biome. And then we're going to add a single biome distribution page. Oh, that's why I grabbed the paper. It's like, why isn't this working? And that's pretty much all I care about, because that's all I care about. What is that? Oh, I already have a link panel page. Sweet. Oh, I guess I should take the folder with me, huh? Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and plant this in here. We're going to name this Taint 1. And hopefully, this will get us a tainted biome. I don't really care about the other modifiers, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. But as long as it's tainted, I need a book stand. Cool, I've got 2 of them. Exactly what I planned on. Alright, so let's give this puppy a try. Let's not give this puppy a try until we make ourselves some link books. Because otherwise, getting home is going to be rather difficult. I used to keep one of these in my pouch, but for some reason I don't have them there anymore. And now, oh wait, pfft, yes I do. See, that's what I'm talking about. Always keep one of these handy. Whatever. Alright, here we go. Come on, tainted biome with nothing really crazy screwy about it. We have a loser! Fun little side note. This is a tainted land void biome. So this is a void world, which is, you know, Interesting if I wanted to void worlds. Not so interesting because I didn't. So let's try that again. Alright, second try has netted us what appears to be a cave world, which is actually perfectly fine by me. We have tainted land, and I forgot to grab another linking book. We're still generating, so I'm lagging. Come on. Thank you. I forgot to grab an extra book stand, but at least I have a book. And right there is probably exactly what we came for. Let's get down there to it. Gently, so we don't break it. Actually, let's keep cutting a large swath so we can actually know which way is out. Ooh, what was that? Ah, shiny! Nice. And we have a bunch of junk. Get out of here. My inventory has enough issues. What is that noise? Oh, hey, I can scan some taint stuff. Fibrous taint. Ooh, new research. Stone. Dadgummit, my research, my scanning reset again. Oh well, whatever. Aura node? Tainted aura node. That is exactly what I needed to find. Alright, so now that we have that, we need to be able to actually capture this node and do something useful with it. So, we're going to have to go get ourselves some glass and some stones. So, ooh, how am I gonna... I didn't bring a book stand. Well, you know what? It's right here next to the node. We shouldn't have too much trouble. We'll just use the book right here, and it'll land on the ground. We'll pick it up here in just a minute. Downloading terrain. Alright, so we're going to need some glass and some wood slabs. 15... No, we're going to need more glass than that. Here, make me a bunch of quite clear glass. Because it's going to take 9, 18, 26 pieces of glass in order to do this. So, yeah, if we're going to need 26 pieces of glass, we'll make some more here. We're also going to need some oak wood slabs according to the transporting the node section. Now, I'm actually going to do this a different way, but I want to show you guys the proper way to do it before we actually go into doing it the improper way. Because, you know, if you don't want to do it the, you know, it should be shown that it can be done more than one way. Actually, there's like multiple ways you can do it. At one point, oh, that's funny, 27 really? At one point, you could actually use things from blood magic to transport things for you. You can actually move the nodes through the teleposer system from blood magic. However, because that was found to be too overpowered, it was removed from the possible things that can be teleposed. So that can't work anymore. So instead, we're going to go ahead and do it a different way. Alright, so now that we're back over here, we can go ahead and capture this node. The way it's going to work, and if you read the book you already know this, but in case you didn't, this is how it goes. Basically, we're going to encase the node in glass all the way around completely in a cube. It's funny, you can hear the fibrous taint growing, and it's like this weird noise. So anyway, now if you're going to do this, you really want to be wearing your thaumaturgist's gear. I'm not, because by the time this... Whoa! Taint poison. Beautiful. By the time I get done with this episode, I won't have to worry about charging my wand ever again. So I'm not worried about using up a little extra this time. Now, according to the book, when you try to capture a node, it is going to cost you 70 of each aspect, as it shows right here. Okay, I have 100 of each aspect, so I'm not really worried about it. Now, it says to put it in like this, covered with slabs, and then take your wand and right-click. Bing! And now we have a node in a jar. Be careful when you're moving these things. Do not right-click it with the wand again, or it will release it, and all of that will have been wasted. As you can see, I am down to 37. Ah, because I forgot. I got a V discount from having this, because I've got the helmet of revealing. I forgot I got a small percentage drop from that. So now that we have this, we need to go back and see our hungry node again. And this is where things start to take a long time. And this is why we're doing this first, so that we can give it some time while we build our node stabilizers and all that. Alright, once we come back out here, what we're going to need to do is first off, get up. Back off, you stupid hungry node. Okay, anyway, the reason that we needed the tainted node, oh, it says it's pale. That sucks. It's not as big a deal. A pale node just makes it, it's just not as good. It makes it so that it doesn't recharge as fast when using it. But for this purpose, it doesn't really matter. We're going to place the node right here, and we're going to go ahead and release it. Okay, now that this is a taint node here, we will actually start to see taint appear in this area. Okay, now it's going to take a while. It takes some time for the taint to start showing up and for it to spread. I'm hoping that the first little bit will show up quickly enough that I can show you guys before we leave. Oh, there it went. See? Right there, fibrous taint. Okay, now keep in mind that this is a risky thing to do. Okay, letting taint free in an area, the taint can spread and can actually be very, very annoying to contend with. However, we are not going to have to contend with it very long because we're going to get what we need from it. Now, basically what we're doing is we are causing this to change into a tainted land biome. Actually, it already has. You can see where it says now I'm in tainted land. And if I walk over here, it's a garden. So as soon as that did that, it became tainted land. Now, any node in a tainted land biome will become a tainted node over time. Now, it's the time that's a random event. Okay, so this thing will stop being hungry, and it will become tainted. Okay, and we'll know that works because we won't be being pulled in by it anymore. Alright, now this can take several days, Minecraft days, or it could happen almost instantly. So it's just a matter of luck, okay? So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to leave this thing here since we have it chunk loaded. Although I think we can stop feeding it crafting stations at this point. We're not really worried about it growing anymore, so let's go ahead and... Actually, you know what? You can... Here, have a large influx of crafting stations. It's the last you're going to get. Really? Did it change already? No. Okay. I was about to say, that would be really cool. Alright, so now we just leave this thing alone, and we'll come back here in a little while, and hopefully it will no longer be hungry. So let's go back to the base and make ourselves some new things. Alright, one of the things that we're going to need to make is, of course, the node stabilizer. Don't need this, or this. Alright, so let's go over to the Thaumcraftian area, and let's look up the node stabilizer yet again. Actually, while I'm here, let's go ahead and look up the advanced node stabilizer and the harnessing V. Alright, but first things first, the advanced node stabilizer requires a node stabilizer to make, so the first thing we're going to want to do is make a node stabilizer. Give me just a second to put this stuff together, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, got the stuff together, making a first node stabilizer. Now, this is supposed to take 35 each? 32 each, but since I went ahead and put on my thaumaturgist stuff, it's only going to take 28.8 each, so we can use the gold capped greatwood wand. Alright, cool. So now we've got that. Now, along with that, we're going to go ahead and need this harnessing V's, which is going to be a node transducer. And that's going to require another node stabilizer. And ironically enough, I don't have enough stuff for that. I need to make myself some more Nitor, which is kind of funny. really didn't think that through, or I'd have done that before I came back. So, beautiful. So let's see. I believe Nitor is going to be, and I'm not going to look this up because I am just that guy. We're going to need 6 torches. We're going to make 2 batches. It's going to be 12. Then we're going to need some coal. Why do I always do that backwards? And I believe we're going to need 2 coal per, so 4 coal total. And then some glowstone to cap it off. And that should be what's needed for Nitor, maybe? I'm just going to do this just off the cuff just because. Go, go, go. Ha! I got it right. I mean, I knew that. I didn't get the recipe exactly right, though, because you can see I still have stuff left in here, but it doesn't matter. I did it right. All right, so let's see. We're going to need some more quartz. Going to need another piston. Going to need some more gold. And 2 more arcane blocks. I think that's it, right? I think that's right. Why did I make 2 extra Nitor? Yeah, insufficient fee. That's wonderful. Which means I'm going to have to go charge my wand. Okay, so then for the next piece, the node transducer, this one's actually not too bad. Oh, there's the second piece of Nitor I needed. But this is also going to need 32 more each. And that's not going to work out because I don't have that much in any of my wands, I don't think. Nope, 18 there. Yeah, 11. No, that ain't going to do it. Do I have my other wand? Is it charged? Oh, yeah, it's charged. Sweet, we can do this. Kind of funny, that. Alright, so I'm going to need 4 redstone blocks, of which I have 470. I think we can swing the redstone at least. We're going to need a... Oh, gosh, what was that? We need 2 pieces of iron, Nitor, and a comparator. That's what it was. No, we need a normal comparator, not the special kind. Oh, I can't craft from here. Dadgummit. Alright, 4 redstone blocks, comparator, some iron, the Nitor. That was it, wasn't it? I think that was it. Nitor blocks. Yep, that's it. 32 of each of these, and we should be good to go. Alright, good, you're in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nitor, iron, comparator, and a stabilizer. Bingo, node transducer. So now we are ready to roll, except for the node. Now I'm going to assume that the node has not changed yet, but let's go take a look. If it's changed already, I'll be really impressed. And no, it hasn't. The taint's spreading rather quickly, but as you can see, I am still being drawn in here. So let's see. I don't think it makes a difference if the taint can actually reach the node itself. But just in case it does need to... Oh, stop it. I know I stepped in taint. Ew, look what you stepped in. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and blast this side of the wall away, thus revealing the node. I did reveal the node, didn't I? It's hard to tell. No! No! Node! Node! Urgh! Just go ahead and blast this one away, too. Hooray! Okay, so the node's not done yet, but that's okay. I still need to prepare one more thing in order to transport this node. Now, there's a reason that I don't want to use the node in a jar to transport this node. And the reason is actually shown earlier in this episode. When you use the node in a jar, you have a chance of making the node degrade from normal to pale, from pale to fading. And as each of those decrease, the value of the node as an energized node is decreased as well. So I don't want to take a chance of that amazing node that I spent so much time, creating being damaged. So we're going to move it in a different way. Now, there's actually a couple of ways that can be done. For instance, you can use funky locomotion. The funky locomotion system of moving items around can be used. However, that would be incredibly slow. So instead, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some spatial pylons. Spatial pylons are really, really cool. I'm going to need some quartz glass. Let's see. How many of these am I going to need? Actually, let's just look at it this way. I hope this works. Last time I checked, this worked. But I haven't checked in a while, so, maybe this won't. Alright, so yeah, the spatial pylon, and let's see. 2 to the cubed, 16, or 128. We should just need the 2 to the cubed component, and that shouldn't be a big deal. Fluix pearls, also not a big deal. We should be able to just go ahead and throw this together real quick. Now, let's see. That's going to be necessary to make the 2 to the 3rd spatial drive. Excellent. We're also going to need the spatial I/O port. Ooh, which means I'm going to need the MEIO port, which I actually haven't built before. Oh, I need extra drives. Okay. No, this first. Thank you. Storage shell shuffle. Yeah, it's because I haven't made one of them this time. What am I missing here? Oh, really? I don't have any glass cables made? That's kind of funny. Sweet, so we got that now covered. And that means now all we need is the pylons themselves. Now, let's see, if I'm remembering this correctly, this is going to move a 5x5 area. So I am going to need 7... No, I'm going to need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to need 30 of these spatial pylons. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of doing. Hang on just a second while I put this together. Alrighty, got my spatial pylons, and I made way more than I needed, but that's okay. Let's go check on the node. While I was crafting, I actually told the system to go ahead and auto-craft the... I taught the system how to auto-craft the pylons. So while it was crafting them, I came over here and chopped down the obsidian tower a little bit. Just me, or does that node look a little different to you? Yeah, it does. Bingo, baby. We have got go. We're good. Alright, so well... Yeah, I don't really want that to be there. So now all I gotta do is clean up all this taint so it'll stop spreading. No, I don't need to do that. I just need to break the chunk loader because it can't spread if it's not chunk loaded. Sweet. So now we just gotta chop up this area. Alright, gotta be careful not to hit the node. So give me just a second here. I gotta chop up a bunch of obsidian at it. Well, actually no, with the Terra Shatter it shouldn't take too much to do. Okay, the node itself is actually right there. So we should be able to break that, then break this. If I break this node accidentally, I'm going to like scream so much. Sweet. Alright. So there is the node. Actually, we should rescan it because now it's going to say something else. Look at that. It's now a tainted node. Isn't that special? I know I'm standing on taint. Leave me alone. Alright, so what we got to do is we got to go ahead and, well, let's get rid of this stuff because I don't need it. You guys get lost. Alright, so what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to build a spatial area around this node. Okay? Now, let's see. We should be able to Seeing where the node exactly is a bit annoying, but that's okay. Because it's so large, it's hard to see exactly where it is. Hang on, we're running out of time for the episode. Let me build this real quick because it's going to be hard to see, and then I'll show you how it works. Alright, so the basic spatial pylon setup is as such. The spatial storage, 2 to the 3rd power, is basically 2 blocks in a 3-dimensional space. In other words, 2 by 2 by 2. So it's going to store a total of 8 blocks, okay? So it will store what is within the spatial pylon itself. So it doesn't store these bottom row areas right here. As a matter of fact, I can probably just fill them in with dirt. Actually, it doesn't really matter. But it will store the node and the 7 blocks around the node, alright? So we should be able to put an energy acceptor here. Then hopefully we should be able to connect this correctly. Spatial I/O port here. And of course I put the energy acceptor in the wrong place, but that's okay. Put that there. And we should be able to go ahead and use my dimensional transceiver that I carry with me everywhere I go. We should be able to place this here, configure it to accept power. And good, we got power coming in. Plus 1 energy conduit. Oh my god. I actually came close to dying while setting this up because I wasn't paying that close attention to my health because it keeps hurting me and I keep getting hurt. Whatever. Alright, so here we go. We should now be able to put the spatial storage right here. We should be able to then put a button on it to supply it with a redstone signal. And we should be able to see here, required power is 45, efficiency 100%, stored power, stored power is 0. Well, it should work anyway. Yeah, stored power is 0. We're not actually accepting power here. I may need a battery. How about if we do one of these? Now, are you storing power? No, you are not. Push the button, nothing happens. Alright, just a second. Alright, made myself a dense energy cell, charging it up. Dense energy cell actually isn't too bad to make. It's just some normal energy cells surrounded a calculation processor, and the normal energy cells are just Fluix, Certus, and quartz glass. So, not a big deal. 3.19, 3.2, it's done. Come here. Alright, now we should be able to place this on the system. It will then accept that I have energy stored, and then it will work, he said hopefully. Stop hurting me, my god. Oh yeah, there we go. Stored power is good. So now we should be able to push the button. And it says it's stored, but the node is still there. That's not good. Please don't tell me they made it so you couldn't store these things. I'll have to do it the hard way then. Annoying, but still doable. Let me check this. Alright, so it turns out I was wrong. I was wrong on 2 different particular things this episode. One, you can't use spatial give me that back. You can't use spatial pylons to move Thaumcraft nodes. Apparently you can if you have a special add-on that this pack does not have. Therefore, I decided to check out other means. I really don't want to move it in the very, very, very ungodly slow way, and so I'm not going to. But it turns out that now that you can actually go ahead and move them via teleposers. I thought that that was disabled. Apparently, I am incorrect. And that's perfectly fine by me. So we are going to go ahead and go into my Thaumcraft base. Let's see. Yep. This should work. 1 level above my research area. We're going to place down the teleposer. Hopefully that's pretty close to centered. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was one off. That's fine. So when you're making your teleposers, of course, always remember that you have to right-click the teleposition focus once to bind it to yourself, and then once on the teleposer that you wish to bind it to. So the location is going to be bound to that one, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and go back over to the other side, and we should be able to send it over here. So let's see, going back home, I will need a lever or a button. And hopefully this is going to work. Now, before I go any further, yeah, because I went to my test world, my portals are gone. That's actually okay. I don't mind that because I really want to be able to come in and out of this room really easily. So we are going to go ahead and put a portal here. And then we're going to fly out this way and bring the node home. Alright, now we got this over here. We should be able to go into this and place the teleposition focus that is bound to this location. And now we should be able to put the button here. Now, I'm going to try to do this quickly, so let's try to put this all together. I want to go ahead and put this through. Then I want to get over to the other side and put the stabilizer on it as quickly as possible. So hopefully it won't turn my right next to my house into a tainted biome. I really hope this works, because if it turns next to my house into a taint biome, we're going to have some trouble. But let's do this. So, go. Oh, that's perfect. Whatever. Stabilize, please. And now do that. And energize. It's going to suck all the aspects down, and it should leave me with an energized node. And hopefully it will not change anything. I hear the little weird taint noise, and that's very disturbing to me. But it still says I'm in a shrubland biome, so unless it changes, I will be okay. Now, with this node being as large as it is, it's going to take it a minute to drain down. So let me let this continue to drain. And there we have it. We now have a charged, no longer hungry, and very much ready to play with me and do all kinds of fun stuff. So this is the end of the episode. You can see here that we wound up with a 21, 21, 21, 28, 28, 23. That's actually a very, very nice charged node. And so now that we have an energized aura node, we can use it to do all kinds of fun stuff. And we will start doing that fun stuff next episode. So until then, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 75 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what we get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!